Shalom, Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of his word. And family, I want to wish every king, every queen, every prince, and every princess, I want to wish you a wonderful, magnificent Sabbath. And once again, thank you for bringing us in with your brother this week. And family, I just want to thank everyone that has contributed and will contribute to the Royal Gathering. Thank you so much for your donations. But family, I want to get into this lesson here tonight because there is so much power on this lesson. And right now, I need everybody to put your spiritual eyes and ears on. I need y'all to join me. I need you guys to join me in this lesson right here. Seriously, we're going to take a ride because we are going to go back. Remember how we used to do memory lane? Oh, we're going back to memory lane because this right here, oh my goodness gracious, you're going to see just how the Father get down. Our Father is so wonderful. He is so wonderful. And you're going to see just how it is. Watch this. So family, let's not waste any time. Let's go to the book of Hosea chapter 1. The book of Hosea chapter 1. And yes, indeed, let's go ahead and break this down here, baby. This is a fun read. I'm telling y'all right now. Woo! And just watch. Oh, this is so beautiful. Hosea chapter 1, the word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beeri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. See why I call our family kings, queens, princes, and princesses? The true royalty of earth. The royalty of earth. Yeah, that's us. And in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. You see that? Northern kingdom, southern kingdom. Verse 2. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. Now, I want to make sure y'all understand what's going on. The Father purposely told Hosea, go get a whore, because I need to make sure what's reflecting right now that y'all are able to see. I'm gonna make sure that what's in the spiritual is also in the physical. He said, go get a whore from the other nations. Watch this. Verse 3. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of the blame, which conceived and bare him a son. I need y'all to pay attention to that. And bare him a son. And the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. Do y'all see that? You see this? Look at this here again. I'm going to read verse 4 again. Let's break it down. And the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. So the Father's letting them know, okay, y'all are my kingdom, but now y'all have defiled my land. And you've done it in whoredom, in sin. So now I got to make sure that y'all understand the physical representation of this, because remember, with the Lord, we was not allowed to be with the other nations. So now for Hosea to go and be with the other nation, can you imagine what that was like? Like, whoa, like, hold on, yo, bro, what you doing? But you got to understand something that was ordained by the Father. You have a lot of people right now, oh, so yeah, you can have these other nations. No, you can't. You cannot be with these other nations because the Father laid this down for a reason. You're going to find out why. The Father, when he wants something to be known, he makes it known. Watch this, verse 5. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again. Pay attention. And she conceived again and bare a daughter. Now, the first one was the son. Now, this is the daughter. And God said unto him, call her name Laruhamah. Laruhamah. For I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. You see how the Father made that one female? I need y'all to understand that. Even with that, the Father, he presented that one right there when he's taking away the house of Israel, taking that one away. Why? Because there's still mercy there. He bare the son first, and now with the daughter, what does the woman bring? The woman brings softness. So even in our trial and tribulation, the Father still loves Israel so much. He's like, even with this here, I'm I'm destroying y'all right now, but I'm going to do it with mercy. All praises to our Father. He loves us, man. And don't you forget it. All right. Verse 6. And she conceived again. So Hosea was tearing this up. And she conceived again and bare a daughter. And God said, well, I already read that. Go down to verse 7. Excuse me. All right. But watch this part right here. And you're going to see why. You're going to see why I thought where I was at. Go down to verse 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah. The so-called African Americans. God said, I'm going to have mercy on them. And will save them by their Lord, their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Let me read that again. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by their Lord, by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, nor by horses, nor by horsemen. You're going to find out what that means here in a minute as we go through this. Verse 8. Now when she had weaned Loruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. That's why now I can say that Hosea was in there tearing that up. But I thought we weren't supposed to have relations with the women of the other nations. We're not. But when you are ordained to do something by the Father, that is a separate situation. That does not give you permission to go and start sleeping with the other nations, and it does not. It doesn't. So I need y'all to understand something. Even in the act of what God would call righteous, what he says to do, you do. Didn't he give laws? But people forget about this part. That God said, I'm God. I'll do whatever I want to. You do what I tell you to do. Not the other way around. Who are you to question me? You saw what happened to Job. Yeah, I don't recommend that. All right. So now let's go to verse 9. Then God said, call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. You see that? But let's continue. Verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. You see that? You see how the Father is? He's like, yo, right now there's a separation. There's a separation between two kingdoms, the house of Judah and the house of Israel. So he created these two different factions, the Jew and the Gentile. Not speaking about the Gentiles of the other nations. Our people, because remember, you bear the seed of the Father. Numbers chapter 1, verse 18, coming right back. Let's continue. Verse 11, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. All praises to the Most High God of Israel. We will appoint one head as we wave those palms at him like we read last week. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I hope so. All right, let's go to chapter 2. Hosea chapter 2. And like I said, we reading all this down, baby. We ain't playing no games. We gonna be going through Hosea. History lane. Say ye unto your brethren, Ami, and to your sisters, Rumaha. Plead with your mother. Plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts, lest I strip her naked and set her as in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. Y'all understand that? Y'all better make sure that you understand when the Father's saying, yo, clean up. What did I say a couple of weeks ago? Clean up that house. Clean up that house. And let me tell you, even when I came out with that one right there, do y'all understand that there were people that was coming for me? I'm telling you, people, they start losing their mind when they see brothers out here that's doing this type of stuff, yo. The type of spirits that jump on them. I'm telling y'all right now. Excuse me for a second, family. All right, please forgive me, family. I have to take care of something real quick. All right, so let's go ahead and I love this technology here. We can stop. I keep forgetting, you can stop and pause and do stuff like that and doesn't do anything. I forgot about that, but nah, that's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with this here in verse 4. And I will not have mercy upon her children, for they be the children of whoredoms. Uh-oh, now we know who this is talking about. For their mother have played the harlot. She that conceived them have done shamefully, for she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, mine oil and my drink. Those of y'all that are in the spirit know exactly what this is talking about. This food here is a little different. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall that she shall not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then it was better with me than now. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. Therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax given to cover her nakedness. And now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of mine hand. I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts. I need y'all to understand who that's talking about. Y'all get it? For those of you in the spirit, y'all know exactly who that's talking about, don't you? Oh yeah, baby. All of this. The whore. The whore of Babylon. Yeah, man. And we are beginning to watch all of this fall. Their fake Sabbaths, their Sundays, their representations to the sun god Ra and all this stuff, man. Yo, the Father is not playing. Verse 10. Nope, actually, verse 12. And I will destroy her vines and her fig trees, whereof she have said, these are my rewards that my lovers have given me, and I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them. And I will visit upon her the days of Baalim, wherein she burned incense to them, and she decked herself with earrings and her jewels, and she went after her lovers and forgot me, saith the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she went after that thing, boy. She went trying to look cute after that thing. I mean, that right there, that the Father saying, yo, you sought after it. You ran after it, yo. When all the blessing and everything was right here, you sought after that thing. Watch this. Watch this. And verse 14, therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably to her and speak comfortably to her. Because I said that all wrong for a second. I said comfortably, whatever the hell I said. Comfortably unto her. And I will give her the vineyards from thence and the valley of Achor for a door of hope. And she shall sing there as in the days of her youth, and as in the day when she came up out of the land of Egypt. So y'all already know right now who that's talking about. We can't seek after these other nations and their things. We can't go to them for protection. Nothing. We can't cling to these people. The Father been telling us, nah, I got your prize over here. Yo, y'all looking elsewhere, but nah, I got y'all right here. I got you right here. What happens? We reject it. The blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, yo, like, yo, I gave it to you to reject that gift. That is the only unforgivable one. When you reject that gift, this whole time, God is like, yo, this is yours. This is yours. This is yours. Yo, take it, take it, take it, take it. And you're like, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. Stop offering it to me. I said no. No, sir. Verse 16, and it shall be at that day, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Ishi, and shall call me no more Bali. For I will take away the names of Baalim out of her mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name. You see that? Yo, the Father said, I'm coming to destroy things, man. And you got to remember, the Father got different names for different people. Y'all have enemies all over. That's what I'm trying to explain. Yo, we got enemies all over this place. The majority of the people put their focus and everything on Esau, but y'all forgot about the Arab traders, the Africans that actually sold us, the Africans that sold the Hebrews. We got enemies all over this place, man. All right, verse 18. And in that day will I make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven and with the creeping things of the ground. And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth and will make them and will make them to lie down safely. Do y'all not see everything that's happening right now? And the Father like, yeah, all that war and all that stuff or whatnot. Like, nah, I'm going to shut all that down. It ain't going to hurt the land. Remember, this is God's land. Do you see what he's saying? He said, yo, I'm going to lay that down nice and slow. I'm going to lay it down. Let's leave that one more time. Watch this. I'm going to read that last part. And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth and will make them to lie down safely. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And so I'm trying to tell you, God is in control. With all this stuff and everything that's happening, you're saying this fog and everything, like I say, we are in the midst of it. We are not supposed to like it. Now, when we see it, it's like, all right, there's a joy and whatnot that comes with it, but there's also a dread. You understand why? Because I got the understanding, 2/3 of our people are going to die. I hope y'all understand that. There's so many of y'all that's, you can't wait for the day and everything like that. God said, don't wait for that day. Don't wait for that day. You better hope you ain't here when it happened. That's the truth. Yeah, it's exciting, like I said, it is not 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's not, but that's why the Father said, get in this book and make sure that you are able to rightly divide these scriptures, because it's not going to be a good day. It's going to be dreadful. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be a horrible day. Remember what the Father said, I'm going to wipe every tear away from your eye. There's a reason why he said that. For all the stuff that's happening in these last days right now, I'm telling y'all, this... All right, let me continue. The only way that many of you are going to get it is when you go through it yourself. Verse 19. And I will betroth thee unto me forever. Yea, I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in loving kindness and in mercies. That's the part right there, that mercy part right there. I will even betroth thee unto me in faithfulness, and thou shalt know the Lord. And it shall come to pass in that day, I will hear, saith the Lord, I will hear the heavens, and they shall hear the earth. I'm telling y'all, all this supernatural stuff, that's what the world calls it supernatural, but the Father is calling it spiritual. And I'm not sure if y'all are seeing all the things right now, the creatures, especially Sasquatch / Bigfoot is making attacks on people, killing people. I told y'all a long time ago, y'all are going to start to see these creatures and stuff like that come out. I told y'all. They talking about woolly mammoths and dinosaurs. All this stuff is starting to come out now. And remember who told you? Long before this stuff started happening. I'm telling y'all, man. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Father for his forewarnings and knowledge. Watch this. Verse 21. No, I already read that. Verse 22. And the earth shall hear the corn and the wine and the oil, and they shall hear Jezreel. Remember when the Father said in chapter 1, for one, I don't call y'all my kids because y'all are disobedient, but in the end, y'all will be my kids again. Verse 23, and I will sow her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy. And I will say to them which were not my people, thou art my people, and they shall say, thou art my God. That's talking about the Israelites. Because you gotta remember what happened. The Father turned his back on us. He's like, listen, man, y'all are too much. I can't. Y'all go over there, yo. Y'all go over there. Yahushua, yo, you go deal with him. I remember how we ended last week. He was like, you go deal with him. And Yahushua did, and he came. Dealt with us. And what happened? They killed him. Our own people ordered his death. Yep, that happened. It most certainly did. And what happened? Yahushua went away. He coming back. Let's continue in Hosea. I'm telling you, yo, I know this may be a lot. Yeah, we're going to get through this, man. This is history lane. We got to be reminded about our history. All of this here, this is us. Remember, we was never a part of the scholastic books in school. The only time that we was ever mentioned was what? Slavery and the civil rights movement. Mentioned that they mentioned one civil rights movement and not the other one. Okay. All right. Hosea chapter 3. Then said the Lord unto me, go yet. Love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine, drinking out that cup of the whore. The same thing that we read in Revelation, accepting that cup of the whore, dealing in all her stuff, her Sabbath days, going to church, Christianity, Islam, all that crap. All those things that we're not supposed to be doing. Verse 2, so I brought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for an homer of barley, and an half homer of barley. And I said unto her, thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man. So will I also be for thee. Now, I need y'all to understand the romanticism right now that the Father's doing. He's like, yo, right now, I don't want you cheating with nobody else. You mine. That's how the Father feels about his Israelites. We talked about that before. The Father's like, yo, you belong to me. You mine. You my wife. You my baby. Fellas, kings. Some of us know how we feel like about our wives and stuff like that. Some. I'm not saying everybody, some. That dude that's really in love with his woman. And you already know you'll do anything for that woman. That's what the Father's saying to us. Watch this. Verse 4, for the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king and without a prince and without a sacrifice and without an image and without an ephod and without teraphim. So y'all know what those are, especially teraphim. Teraphim are like these little, they were like little statues of angels or something. They look like little crosses. Even all the way back then, before Yahushua got here, those things were almost like in the shape of a cross. But they were idols, and we were not supposed to have those things like that in our house. All this stuff here we weren't supposed to have. You know? Those teraphims and stuff like that. God is not like idols. But our people have always dealt with idols when it came to dealing with the Father, and it's called that cross. And that's usually in Judah, but like for the northern kingdom and stuff like that, yo, they put up them candles in the creepy, Satarino, whatever it's called, whatever it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're not supposed to have those things in our house, and it's right here too. All right, verse 5. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God and David. And why does it mention that? Because Yahushua comes from the seed of David. It is not saying that it will be King David coming back. Yahushua, he is from the seed of David. And David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. So that wasn't happening then. That's talking about for now. So what's going to happen? Just like we read last week, he's coming. And when he comes, many of us going to be just like him. Just like him. And then what has to happen? We got to retrieve the people. That's what we're reading right now. Verse 4. All praises to the Father. Give it to the Father, man. This is for you. This is yours. This is the promise for you. That's what I want to make sure that you understand. This is the promise for you. Oh, praises to our Father, man. This is beautiful. Hosea chapter 4. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. Isn't this making so much more sense right now? This is talking about Christianity and all that nonsense, and Islam and all these other crap religions. All religions are false, by the way. Remember, God gave us instructions, not religion. Verse 2, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Y'all see that? And unfortunately, a lot of our blood was touching each other. Us killing us. Verse 3, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Y'all see that? Yet let no man strive, nor reproach another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Now I was getting into them. Watch this. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the light, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. And the Father made that very clear. So everybody right now can go right back and look in our lives and in your past. So what was it? It was Christianity. There was nothing there, nothing fruitful. What was it? Islam. There was nothing there, nothing fruitful. It doesn't matter what denomination or whatever it was. All of those things right there said that you do not have to keep the laws of the Most High God of Israel. And in Islam, they do not even consider Yahushua to be the Son of God. So that's a problem, because the book says that if you don't acknowledge him, then guess what? The kingdom is not yours. That's just the bottom line truth. It doesn't matter who's involved in it or whatnot. These messages are coming out. The Father is making it clear, and that's it. There is no confusion in his word. His confusion does not exist. And do you know why? Because he gave us one directive: keep my commandments. From Genesis to Revelation, keep my commandments. It's only for one people, his Israelites. Do you understand that? His Israelites or his Israelites. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. You have laws that you have to keep that were given to you. That's how special you are. You are so much different than everybody else on this planet. You were given the laws. These pastors and priests and all these other people, and even some people in Israel, said, you know what? Y'all don't have to keep the laws anymore. Nah, the laws are done away with. That is so not true. As we're reading. I don't even have to bounce around to bring out precepts with this here. As we're reading, I'm going to read 6 again. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee. And that's when the Father turned his back on us. Yahushua, you go deal with him. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. So you see that? All of these people right now, and you starting to see it. The Father is like, I'm not playing with y'all. Verse 7, as they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity. And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doings. For they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth it unto them. For the spirit of whoredoms have caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God. So now that's what it's talking about. It's talking about committing sin. That's what it's talking about. Committing sin as a whole. And that's how God looks at sin. He looks at sin as a whole. Now remember what the Father said. He said, let one person without sin, go ahead and cast that rock, I dare you. We have all fallen short of the glory of God. That's why none of us can boast. Not one man can boast. Not me, not you, nobody. And anybody that sit there and claim and point their fingers and stuff at people, I'm telling y'all right now, don't do that. That's what I'm telling y'all. Guess what? Y'all better kill all that hate with love. Love your brothers. All right. Verse 13. Here we go. They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains and burn incense upon the hills under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Trying to hide in the darkness with stuff. Absolutely not. That's not happening. Therefore, your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery, for themselves are separated with whores. You see that? And they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore, the people that doth not understand shall fall. Now, God made it clear. He's like, yo, first and foremost, there are those that's going to hear this message and be like, yo, I got to get up out of that. But the other one's going to fall. You see how the God of Israel, yo, he's gathering his children. That's what I'm telling y'all in these last days, yo, y'all better stay away from all that nonsense and all that, everybody beefing and everything. Nope, there's one message. Keep God's commandments. Keep God's commandments and don't stray. Do not stray. Do not err. Keep his commandments, and that's it. Keep his commandments, and that's it. That's the keys to the kingdom. There is nothing else to discuss. Verse 15. Though thou, Israel, play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend. Now, this is coming to us, so-called African Americans, black people. And come not ye unto Gilgal, neither go ye up to Bethaven, nor swear, the Lord liveth. For Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer. Now the Lord will feed them as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. Their drink is sour. They have committed whoredom continually. Her rulers with shame do love. Give ye. The wind hath bound her up in her wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices. Now, remember what I mentioned earlier. I talked about this before. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up in New York or whatnot, I'll go on Flatbush Avenue and you would see, you know, all of the Flatbush Avenue right there where Flatbush and Ditmas is at between Newkirk. That's Puerto Rican land right there, yo. And they would have all of the things lit, you know, the candles and all that stuff. And people would have it in their windows, and they would have like the statues of creepy white Jesus and Mary and all that stuff. It was a sight to see. I still remember to this day. Even when I see those candles today, they still bother me. I never understood why they bothered me so much, but like every time I would, like, even when I would go past one, I'm like, there was just something with it, yo. It was just something on that spirit that did not allow me to take anything with that. You know what I'm saying? And now remember, I'm from Judah. So this is exactly what it said right here as we're reading. But I'm right there in the land, cursed right along with my brothers and sisters. That's how deep this is, guys. That's how truly, truly deep this really, really is. I'm trying to tell y'all, and as you see, as this word is coming out, that noise outside, they can't stop this. They cannot stop this at all. But family, we are going to continue with our history lane. And like I said, take this and bite on this. Meditate on this. Every lesson does not have to be an hour, you know. So with this one here, family, I want to make sure that each and every last one of you have please have a wonderful Sabbath. Obey God's Sabbath. Obey our Father's Sabbath and rest and do good things for people. Do good things for people, all right? You don't have to sit in your house and look at the walls. That is not what the Sabbath is about, okay? The Sabbath is about a day of rest. Now, some people want to take that and just translate that to laying in the bed and everything all day, all right? But that's not the case. That's not what it's about. Because Yahushai, remember, they got up and walked through the, they walked through the corner and all that. Remember the Pharisees tried to come up and talk to him, and Yahushai was like, yo, get up my face with that nonsense, man. Move, bow, be gone. That's the truth. So next week, we are going to continue in Hosea. We're going to read Hosea all the way out. This book is very important in these last days. And I want to make sure that y'all have the complete understanding of it. I want y'all to take this, what you learned here today, and meditate on it. Okay? These lessons are different today than it was before. But we still doing the work of the Father. And we'll continue. Keep your fist to the plow. I love you, family. See you guys next week.